There are moments in art when beauty becomes dangerous, not because it offends, but because it reveals too much. When Sandro Botticelli painted the birth of Venus, he wasn't just creating a goddess. He was painting the first vision of desire as something holy. Venus stands naked on the waves, fragile, pure, yet completely aware of her own power. She doesn't hide. She doesn't tempt. She simply exists, and that is enough to change the world. In ancient myth, Venus was born from sea foam, from a union of sky and ocean. In Botticelli's vision, this birth becomes an act of the soul. The waves are not water. They are consciousness. The breeze that carries her to shore is not mere wind. It's spirit. Every fold of her hair, every ripple in the sea, vibrates with meaning. This is not just mythology. It's philosophy made flesh. In a time when the church ruled every brushstroke, Botticelli dared to paint the nude, not as sin but as revelation. Venus is not Eve after the fall. She is innocence before guilt. Her body is not temptation. It's knowledge itself. And for the first time, beauty was seen not as corruption, but as a reflection of the divine. Her gaze is what unsettles you. She doesn't look away. She meets your eyes, calm, forgiving, infinite. Botticelli understood something few artists ever would, that the most powerful form of seduction is peace. Venus does not demand. She invites. She is both the question and the answer to what it means to be human. In this painting, desire is not lust. It's longing for something beyond flesh. Botticelli painted the human soul's first awakening, the moment when beauty becomes a path to truth. Venus rises from the sea not as a woman, but as a symbol that love and spirit are born together, that to desire beauty is to reach for God. When Botticelli painted Venus, he was walking a tightrope between worship and heresy. To show a naked goddess in Florence, a city ruled by the church, was an act of rebellion disguised as prayer. He painted her with the softness of devotion, not lust. Every line curves like a whisper. Every shadow hides shame. Her beauty is sacred, yet forbidden. In her stillness there's confession, as if Botticelli himself was asking forgiveness for how much he loved what he created. Notice the way the wind carries her hair, like invisible hands caressing her skin. Zephyr, the god of the west wind, breathes her into existence. His breath is desire itself, unseen, unstoppable, divine. And from the opposite side, the hand of modesty awaits her, a woman ready to clothe the goddess, to cover what cannot be hidden, beauty itself. It's not just about clothing her body. It's about protecting humanity from the danger of perfection. The birth of Venus is not about sex. It's about longing, the kind that hurts and heals at once. Botticelli paints desire as a sacred contradiction. You can't possess it, you can only feel it. It destroys you if you chase it, but saves you if you understand it. That's why her eyes are not seductive. They are distant, because she is not looking at us. She is looking beyond, toward something higher, where the human and the divine finally touch. Botticelli lived in a world torn between God and pleasure, but he didn't see them as opposites. He believed that beauty, real beauty, was the bridge between them. In Florence, under the influence of the Medici and Neoplatonic thinkers, art became theology in disguise. The body was no longer the enemy of the soul. It was its mirror. So when Botticelli painted Venus, he wasn't defying religion. He was redefining it. Nothing in the birth of Venus is accidental. The roses floating in the air, each as thorns, reminding us that beauty always wounds. The golden hair covering her body, it hides nothing, yet suggests everything. It's a veil between modesty and desire. And the seashell she stands upon, it's not just a symbol of birth, but of vulnerability. The soul emerging naked into the world, trusting beauty more than safety. In Botticelli's hands, eroticism becomes a prayer. Desire becomes faith. The painting whispers that God is not above us. He's within the things we love most. Venus is not a woman to be possessed. She's the mirror that reflects our longing for eternity. Her birth is our own awakening. The moment we realize that beauty and salvation might be the same thing. After the birth of Venus, Botticelli's art changed forever. The same hands that painted divine beauty began to paint guilt, fear, and fire. In Florence, a preacher named Savonarola was calling for the end of sin. He condemned pleasure, art, and flesh, and Botticelli listened. Some say he threw his own paintings into flames, as if trying to erase the beauty he once dared to reveal. Because when you look too long at perfection, it starts looking back. Botticelli's tragedy is not that he lost faith, but that he found too much of it. He realized that to paint God, you must first understand desire. And once you do, you can never return to innocence. Venus was not his sin. She was his revelation. She showed him the beauty of creation and the loneliness of the Creator. Centuries later, the birth of Venus still feels alive. Her skin still glows. Her gaze still forgives. She is the eternal woman, neither divine nor mortal, but something in between. Every artist who paints beauty after Botticelli is really painting Venus again, because she never stopped being born. She lives in every image that makes us ache and wonder. Listen closely. The waves in Botticelli's painting still move. The sea never sleeps. It keeps birthing her, again and again, each time someone dares to love beauty without shame, because the birth of Venus is not about a goddess. It's about us, learning to forgive ourselves for wanting to feel alive,